Now, you know, in order for them to cover their shame, I see the NDC people on social media, and this government, they're because they are now on Crawford. And that is what is happening. And I can tell you in authority, me say me catch NDC members, they say, "Omon kope BP drobi no."
Are you okay?
Now say ora na omo kano yes that definition na okujo to black Samuel etro Twitter dey no omo dey.
Why wa no fia obo fia say cocoa cap. Won tia say herenim as a cocoa cap. All these things. Share the eba no. And we go who video bi yes say Miracles Aboakye the ode basic na koto dan no. Ono so hia say bi ono so ka.
I don't know why, but I get a sense say as a NDC former caster spell be go on my so. When I don't expect anger, I expect sadness. I expect person who are who be person who say I don't know who be person who say I don't know Obi.
Miracles Aboakye we about me campaigns get na koto dan o se on tiase adentina Ghana fo bumfu ye eye tokonu asem na aba no adana kejetia fo mba na some strong word okuma se kone ko kejetia fo mba se omwuro ombo mu ejida adeje ana eye MPP loyal ladies no omo ye den akosha meru na hwene se bini onko gada omo no njo omo ho ye pese ye hu anufuo ndwan ontiase I say NDC for ye Ghana for edro the AC the eto tokonu no na Charlotte say no ekube meboa why wonim fia say cocoa cap Charlotte say time ana mo trust a fake petition na mo di yi no we nya even the petition to read no Charlotte say de na oyekube otare dan ho why wonim fia say cocoa cap abegina say onti ase o say Ghana for bufu CJ tokonu de nufu ya 9 de tu ya num na CJ de ni ya nwotwe into onti ase ana Ghana for bufu ye MPP loyal ladies wo ana omuni ho munko fo mo mo fo mungu ba asim ko gira cycle na munka so mo woro mo ho ye bese ye hwe bibi omunyi 32 D ni free ho sa entoma na mabbo ahye mo nufu ase no omunyi no munjo mo ho ne ehu se mani abre uji se Ghana fo agimi me se ade amode ye Ghana fo no moji se Ghana fo no mo te Ghana ne ye gimi ye refi bibiansi yo when there's no problem you don't have to call Jesus. What is happening now? People are now seeing the difference between aban papa ne kwasiafo aban. Obetina radio so when to man can chire obi say president ebu mra so. When to man pointed to one emra process where ye the check chief justice say ne ho son anase nye ne ho son no. When to man am mentioning emra ba ko obi ebusu o Ghana. Wo de wanim fin say cocoa cap abetina say on tiase. I say NDC for ye Ghana fo edro. Ye nya Ghana fo edro. Ghana for nyansa omo so mo ye nwan MPP loyal ladies enyo modwuma na say yakọ campaign na ene o mada say mmoa o emredu monko gada omo say nkokọ na monka nche loyal ladies ni say omo nyina mra omo medwa omo ho omo beyi omo nufu ntoso so omo do eye chief justice tokonu a because Charlotte say no onyo ba na meboa enji say mo MPP for no say mo problem with the wo ho na mesre mo ma mo loyal ladies omo bobo ntoma hye omo nufu ase almost sorry na mo de eye de obatanku afọ mo nufu ho sa eye loyal ladies na boko campaign na mo de o matototo se amane na mo ne o mo da se moa no mo nka nche mo so o mo ndwa o mo ho o mo magina circle na o mo wuro o mo ho na o mo nye eye de ye kire kese enfan support chief justice na NPP ne manim ana se mo hu eye hawa kumsin se oyekube ana sa emana o mo TV so e kasa ma mo no mo hu o mo so mo ye shovel ana sa ma na omo kasama MPP no omo ye banche so omo so ye nipa mundi omo nyina akina mo be demonstration inwan ye ka kire mo se amamuo ye mfa dada atro ahantan mo disrespect Ghana for mo de Ghana for fa oyaw mu mo bo nipa tuo wo Miracles Aboakye wanu hu wi se Egypt for aponche kokọ wa betena o se onti ase ai se Ghana for MPDC ayo moduro mutena Akroma bo nipa nwotwe te nyame na mpebo na nka o se bi kan mutena Akroma bo nipa tuo etena TV so ni radio so e defend ye wa no fia wabodwe fia se cocoa cap abetena ho onti ase hwenenim as a cocoa cap.
I don't know why, but I get a sense as a NDC former caster spell be go on my so. Sir. Because you see,
Asempa
FM. Who didn't hear? I say Chief Justice. I say we. And I mean, my friend say a serious matter because
before now person who man phone him.
Before yes, when I don't expect anger, I expect sadness. I expect person who are real who be person who say I don't know. Obi, I don't know.
Until say or expect you real. Problem no day why we forgot Jesus or expect to be being see a real mra. Now, just say you create a problem from where there's no problem. Oh, the mindset of the NPP. Until see, adentina Ghana for hunyansa dodo. Adentina Asantefo dodo mu di NPP chi ehunyansa dodo. Adentina jandam na enko. Yati Akroma na nsen Asantefo ma sebio omodi mokwedi nchene sebio yentumi mbu omo so me yakwase biom Asantefo ma sebio embre bi mutwa omo atro edada omo esi central ebekache omo so mbewie central market eja to ho mubedi omo ho agro bedi omo atam ekotena nkran enne Asantefo ma na mubu omo so omo agimi no ye ma me no mgu Asanteme mu na omo nya obi ma ne nka no kora nkyere omo a until say ye ba ye bebie nyoma so kyere omo no ye ma me no omo ne abie omo nyankwasiafo bi mu ende omo nyina omo bioma no omo kasa mo MPP fo nkwasiafo ene Asantefo maamenom omo tidwa omo didwa omo koba omo hu aban difference between NDC and MPP ende omo kasa
Ampare bi yewura bedu waba wo so mi numuni nyame ya adom yewura besesa no ma ye hwe sika ye dollars ya sɛdeɛ mitie ya wosi ama na ba fam a wo kwasɛmie ye fa akonya so de papa ya se ya dana se papa wana de mpa na se ye se ya se sai de fam a ebe bo ayen ɛna nso na ye ho kyere ye saa ye wura wada ro manya mi sha bebre wo mitie wade mpa wanya se de mi an ka ya se da kase ɛne ye de ma ye wura ya de nyina ya papa o ma pani Excellency John Mama no kwasa ma before nyina ka ye ho bo mu yes ye de wura no besa ba power biem no wa be boa yen ye nyina ye di tumu na ye wura so ne ka se di tumu se de ne ba obeba nyina gina oba pa oba nti dom e ya wa wura wo ye wa de nyina ya ma no randina ye sa da ya sibio efi se wa de mpa wo de ma wura e na ma ni hu o man ya hawo ni amane a wo de aboa ye a wa masika no aba fama ma yen ye se ma ye nuanom afitafo ye nuanom magazine fo emi ano ma ba fam yi mo so motete no ma no so ma ne moa yen na o my Ghana nso nya na so due ye se di akonya nso biem enso ese ye papa sana dia nyina na dawroma emi e de na bayi se bo due adifo ho wa boa yen wa tie ye ne wa beji aduma so be ya ama yen esesa ya wa sha ase no o ma dollars ne samra fem bebre na ye series no empeja na o my Ghana nso mfa ne ntuma pamfra Asantema fan fla pemfra na no ma no so na dawroma se ne petrol wa me na ba fam on sa ma ne mra fam na driver for yesra mo e me petrol da fam no magazine fo so ma no ma mra fam ka ho no ma nyira mra fam e no ma ye yiye no beauty ada so no ye ya do ma woni ko ho ma no ma nyira mra fam se do ma dollars aba fam no beauty free ya parisa the beauty le free ma ye na no ma nyira mra fam ma Asantema ye hu sa ba ye tema awo no ye ni ye ho da bialada ye ya do mama nya mi sha bebre o ko sha ma ni die ni nyansa won ya no mpani fo nyina ma de mpa manya mo my Ghana no ye timi akoso o mpani fo wi ye bre ye nyina ye tetene mfamem se ye si bi no mo keka sa ye se ye mpa wo mo boa ye de na tum management ye de na tum keni ye boss ye de na tum ye de mi sa de na tum Asantema ma ni ye de mfo na nya ye bo mo ti dem ye ni omi nyina du o man no esi Asantema ama Asantema ya te ma ye wura nso ani die wiye ne paye o ma ame nso ani die wiye ne paye ye kan ya kan sai face 2 adawroma face 2 ama na mbesi ye sa be face 2 ye ni ye ja ho ye de twa wo na abetimi ya beto aso ma ye be before ma ye ni abedi a sa be ye fa konye so da wasie ejadie e ya de ma hu hia ye yie e be ye bi hie fie ye de hie wuranom ye de hie ma ye de hie busua face 2 adawroma da be wie ma ye wi asa to aso face 3 eni krofrem sa be abaye ma ye krofrem abaye bi ba so wo ye aba kwa be bi amua wa ni ade da wo na abetimi aye wadan we wa do ma me ti ni be pro from ja meja no nso meja de enia na gu ka kwa ho aka etufu yeso obi enya gwa yire mu a sa de we enia be firi ho ama asantema pa no tuma pa fira de fa akwanya nso eda empanifo nyina
ubebu sound say maami penyini sei sebio nko beka se bebia memfie dui ene maami fo mu tinechi ye asantema mu ne ewo yesum sikedwa ye asantifo mo na mo ye mo politics ye de fa ye ho ben basa wo hu se mpenifo sei eti asantema mu metuma ka kire obi anya de hye nchen no but de o ye nyina nde no enye onu ntira eye bia ne babi ne nana bi onim se aban bia ntumi mba Ghana obeye bibia manesi pepepe but eye aban no ene nipa no mudi eye de sa aban nim no eye opepa omowo ene adwenepo a sebio oma kire se anytime be mo akonye bia no omo de nipa bi enwo adwenepa eto omo tirim ebo omo nti tie maame we ni maame fo no mti na kina sebio omo ya santifo mapa omo buotufo omo som sikedwa nanso omo hu ni se impuntuo ehia aban ba na se etua ye to a o se aban no twa nani ebehweye na sebio emu aban de beboa ne nde no na ono so e de ahwe ne nkirimba ne nana ana ne baba bi enti de oye no enye because of say odo politics ama enye se bia ohu politician da ana se ohu NDC aban da ana ohu MPP aban da de oye no opese Ghana for tia se wasuansua soansa omo nyankwara omo ya santifo mapa and omo santisem eye omo fe omo ntontwene nanso eba impuntu a eba eto a yetua ma aban indi sa aban betena oman so a e se aman no ejeje eto no e se de nipa no so pe no de omo timan ni mu pe no e se aban no so etumi ye. So these people are not doing politics. They are basically saying say they have been disappointed and misled by the NPP for years. And that's why omo de to MPP mu omo de ma MPP omo de ko to abama MPP for 8 years. Omo krampa from the stronghold MPP anchiro mu ebuo impuntu djuma ba kokrampo no went ma fa ba asante no eno na ama omo agina so hu se John Mahama ne NDC for aban we omo ni munyansa chen MPP aban enye se omo tan MPP omo kire se omo ye nipa ye ka se obi ye rational ye ka se obi ye rational opepa ne to a onhua opepa ne to a onfa nhye nenum okogya ne nan na opepa ne to a ototwene we mo ye rational human being omo adwene wo fie we nkire se omo nya asantefo we nkire se omo mbuotumfo we nkire se omo mamre no obi beje from nsem we nkire se ebema otumfo ahine na odina abafom we nkire se ebema asanteman aye kurubone we nkire se omo ye nipa omo adwene ko fie. And that is what we have been talking about every day. So we are Kounia, so we are Fantinia, so we are Uneni, now we are NDC, now we are MPP. And yes, sir, we are Uneni, Sebio NDC, the Enyanisa Oka. No, and they are showing it. And these are women. Omo abain upon abain. Make a crampono. Ebimonomo, Omoya Tama, Yayaku, no more the 70s and 60s. Omo Faninamu. Interdena Memo Masorende, Abeka say, where dear. Ya swansa ya osi ehu se ye kasem na mpuntu obafie efri se nipa dwene MPP for so mu eye enyansafo sei a omo di bibia to nchen e primpuntu a omo hu so omo ye enemies and they obehu no maka nsama from amifo we hu omo akoji sika omo akoye say because ye ne asantifo di bi ne mpempuntu mpendo kore asanteman kura yatim eye Ashanti region ultimi Ashanti region entumi fa bibi enfa onsanti bibi so nka say we ye MPP ne ye ma asanteman a ye nya ho faso economically, socially and politically ultimi fa onsansi ade ba akoso ade ade bibi eni ho enti so wo ma mefo say na ndo omatwe mic camera si omonim na omo kasa omo kire aban aba say sebio bibi nti na me to ma wo wa ye bi da ye hu opepa Inkofo ye ne ankase party kra ne omote no omanfa bu amaye nti ye serew opepa na ye wo ma wo na waba no to waso what start ni ye ye pese emu bia na ye pa ye nsankan no Central Market phase 2 eye ofori krom omo kire de omo pa aban ne nsan to aso we na ye nyansani ba we na ye openyina otifia oboa ama ya kikire fie because amamifo we tina Ghana etena santimemu na omo ankasem omo anka no kore omo amagana fo ehu de wo se aban ye ma omo na se ye asantesem ye otumfo de hye ye de esomo sikedwa na omo tena wo sa na sebio se baafo wuo ba na omo wu a omo nananom na bebre into we mu no they are being proactive speaks that for proactive eson a big word omo dwin ko kan omo dwin ko enim omo din kan afọ omo ho adwene ene adwene kese omo ko omo nim adwene pa ansana debio asemi ato omo nananom daache enti do not hate them, do not see them so omo tan asante, do not see them say omo tan nipa bi omo tan sikedwa omo kire say ye pese ye bo asante ho ban ye mpuntu de betu na kire asante ebia ne say ohini bi efri ni kroma ba wo be park plane won kran wentima fa plane na makuma ase nim guase ma ye nyina obi tuma tena nkran na ofra ya maame no mu asantemem so mo ye nkurasefo adentra de ohunu on kran na ebi ni kumase na se de won kran ebi okumase a obi betuma tena nkran aka kire maame no wemu so mo ye nkurasefo. No, it is because politics na ama nipa bi tumi ka kire nipa bi so mo ye nkurasefo ni nyina ne se impuntu a emba baby echen baby impuntu a wo baby chen baby na ma nipa bi tu se obi so bi ye kuraseni because obi tuma tena radio so ka kire asanteman say yes sky train
wo hono mako esi ameno kasei Uni msana na dakwa kufada da Roma. Ye build train et na fensu so. Seriously. Ye build train na fensu so. Ti be fensu so deshe. Omo mo Europe, UK ni Holland ni ade omunim. Train fensu ni ade enche kra. Msana na do de fensu so no. But me also do fensu na se. Di e kwan.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes.
Eurostar.
Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze si ya no. Aka no mo wie. Yes, a company so omo plane, train no. Ebi o South Africa omo ye, enche kre ba bedu. Ubete, from Kumasi to Accra you use 1 hour 30 minutes. You can you put my train Kumasi, juma wa Accra. That is the plan. Say a contract ni mo say manufacture trains near dey ba besi so no. Next year ya Kumasi dey na free Accra ba, e so ba. These are things say obi can say.
E den Asantini Abrantie. Ebetena radio so asantemem no otwa santemai tro busa ho sade ntra. How? Why is that possible? Ehe den asantini tumi bie radio na o de asantini abetena so say twa santemai tro say train bi na munsuo so ba enti munda so ntoma MPP na ye maame no ma omo de akoma pa e de MPP echi no motumi de omo tena asantemem na madada omo. This is where my problem is. And that is what some of the guys omo di MPP chi no mo ntiase inti abrantie we abetena radio so ne maamenom ne sewa monom nse wako school we de wako suade we de opayie opampuntu abrefie we de okasa amampuntu abafie na abrantie ne tena radio so tena wuntumi radio so e wa santimemu na one chema wuntumi tena radio so e di atro ya maamenom ani abre omo ye adwuma omo tete omo mawrem na omo tie radio na impuntu na wo se ka no kreche se aban ne mfamba no na ye te asanteman radio so na we ye this yo na saa kwa we ne me wan ne pass asanteman yie wan ne pa otumfo yie na kwasie bi te wo se be di otumfo atem adedira me ka cho se nkofo we enka no kre ebumfia omo mbu asanteman a wo se me di otumfo atem ujimi obodam and ojin se na wo ka me megai. Intoka say Kevin tell you two for atema me betena ha menka santima asem menka atra MPP twa na mabedi aden a obi bekasa wabodam. Let me tell you people, mami fo e bo video yi ene se bi omam di MPP echi no ya obi bi e friend no ya friend den ya friend history and your facts. Let me tell you, history, you can manipulate history to favor you, your own narrative, but facts, you cannot manipulate facts. Sameka say, "O maami nie." You cannot change your mother, but you can change your father, because oba pe enenim edien ne ba oba na wo. Enti because say oye dien say oba nkwa na wo. Enti say ka say o maami nie a o papa betima multiple. Enti facts are facts. Say ka say history. Mama ka bi nchire mo abakwasem. You can twist narration to favor your narrative. Inti ya kase history. There's nothing in history will be to mean the end that no emani sutino. Inti say one ya smarter kwase bi the history one manipulate what to me adane dane no, what to me aden, what change na mana suit the narrative to lie to you. But what is a fact is a fact. The fact is that NPP as a political party omunsi regional hospital or Ghana is a fact. The fact is that NPP as a political party omunsi one university in Ghana, it is a fact. The fact is that NPP as a political party almost see any efficient factory Juma in Ghana is a fact. NPP as a political party in Ghana today almost to be pointed to any senior high school almost see from scratch is a fact. But when it comes to history, I can tell you say asema esi ewo eyade praso sebio ye bo asantehini tuo sebio osetutu there were 7 people there. A chief one can give you their narrative of the story. Asantifo betimama omo narration of the story. People who were not even part of the war. Ebiana ekwani bi etete nwurem a ohu akono. Ono so betimama the narrative of the story. When it comes to history, you can manipulate it any way you like to suit you. And anything I make a Ghana for say, momianhwe facts no. Ede na NDC aye. Ede na MPP aye. Se ura santimemu a oya santini na wuti radio so TV so Facebook YouTube na wo on site sisi nyoma eye edu num a MPP aye wa santimemu na wa chemte these are facts. Me so be ura santimemu a na ma che nyoma edu num eduasa nyoma 50 a NDC aye wa santimemu. They are facts. These things. It's been a long time I picked this book up. This book is the Green Book. So me be the Ashanti region Chirewa. There's nowhere in this book Ashanti region Project Woman anywhere. These are facts. And nobody can challenge this book because a book will be a Green Book. You see a Ashanti region. It is there. These are things that are you cannot contest. But if you come and tell me your hometown story, the story in Jimmy, you cannot think beyond that, and that makes you weak-minded. That is what we are talking about. We are not joking here. The intelligence na idea juma we no it will be tough for you people to understand where we are coming from. Facts.
Now, you know, in order for them to cover their shame, I see the NDC people on social media, and this government, they're oral.
Because I'm say a lot of Ghanaians had faith in oral. Now, you know, more. And but they should begin arresting and prosecuting.
They arrested and prosecuted people. Arrest and prosecute. Who arrest and prosecute? I say you jungle.
No.
Obi make say mitro. NDC for nanka say tia konya so see war officers no. Omo kan no run na achi omo first.
Appointees.
Omo wa ben mu ene no nti NDC for no person omo tia ase de ntia ne ma to din ya. Omo ankasa appointees na ankasa kra je dom ti no. E dom to no.
Oral ne be chi omo.
Anase achi omo da yes be chi omo ti say that is if the definition of oral no you based on the omo trogu books mu de achi omo. Na de wa achi we den kochi obi. Me say tie ne ye o. Because you see, we always said some of the things they were mentioned were senseless. Because they are now on crop for and that is what is happening. And I can tell you in authority, me say me catch NDC members they say, "Omon kope BP drobinom." Now say oral now omo kano yes that definition now okujo to black somewhere etro Twitter dey no omo because no kra che no. Opa NDC penny bi or political officer ne opa omo make demonstration omo pie no make oral asem. Omo pie no make oral asem. Omo ye memma omo pie no mo beka oral asem. Because obi it is not as if say yempa accountability but niema no mo kai no sebe all the people sitting in the political office have realized they are senseless.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it.
See where we abstract the Pra River. Sometimes the Galamsey causes the operation causes the sand or the silt to gather at the intake that we are not able to use to extract water. Sometimes we even need to close down the plant. But we can't close it down. So we have to do whatever we can to be able to abstract the little that we can. In fact, this thing must stop. It must not continue. So, in fact, now we don't even, let me say, we are now desperate.
My biggest problem, the problem I want to see our Ghana, the fight against Galamsey, one of the biggest problems, the media, and especially multimedia. You see this news coverage, I'm lecturing on, Joy News coverage. They have all these materials at their disposal. when the NPP, they were in power, they went to these sites. They saw what damage or the kind of damage na NPP for a year to our environment. Today, they are the ones spearheading the NPP propaganda and agenda against the government that is working for the people. That is my biggest problem. And it hurts me when I say multimedia because my own boss, Erastus Asarodonko, he's putting his life on the line to report every single thing on the ground for us to see, irrespective of the party in power. Or start reporting a Galamsey issue. Now MPP no power. He's still doing it whilst NDC is in power. But it hurts me say the media which he is part of. I'm talking about the media a company that is multimedia, specifically Joy News. No, they are making the fight against Galamsey very difficult. Because you see, Joy News, multimedia, they have an agenda. And the agenda is that we want to find a way to make this government look bad in the eyes of Ghanaians. So they are going to align themselves with the NPP to lie to us. How can you have these materials at your disposal? You have covered the news in the central region. How under the leadership of Akufo-Addo Bawumia, ensure what Ghana say, and I say, and so move free power. How can you follow these same criminals to the same location and come back and report as if say what is happening is new and it has never happened before? Because if Joy News or multimedia is a credible platform, the first question they will be asking these people is, why do you want us to follow you to a place you have been before and we saw the damage you have done? In fact, the water body or the water we saw there had already been destroyed even before we went there with you. So why are you today making it to look like, say, what we are going to cover or we follow you there, no, will change the narrative? It is only a media house, Akroma, any fake news, any a media house that is making it difficult for us to fight illegal mining in the BSA. And you see, multimedia, Joy News, they are enabling the NPP to lie to Ghanaians. And you could see the interest it is a paid job they were doing. Oh, yanko krasiwe, yanko busako krawe, yanko bebre. You see, the idea in say we want to do everything as multimedia, Joy News, to make the John Mahama administration unpopular because since they came to power, they have not paid us money. They have not called us to settle with us. They are not doing what we like. Into the fight against Galamsey, no. As much as we are blaming Ghanaians, the media, especially multimedia and Joy News, are the biggest hindrance when it comes to the fight against Galamsey. Because if I am an editor or Joy News, be a news editor, now Mabeka say we are NPP. We are going to the central region to go and do a press conference in front of the same Ghana Water Company, you call under your leadership. Now, so that's saying I will tell my reporters not to go. No, why should my reporters go? Because under your leadership, that is when we saw the distraction. Why are you today going to stand there to tell Ghana for say, then it means you, the media house, you are enabling them to lie to the people. Whilst you have evidence whilst you have evidence to prove, say, what they started, what we are experiencing today, it was started by the NPP. So why are they not being bold to tell Ghana for say, no, we are not going to be part of this strategy of destroying a government that is willing to fight, unless the media house is ready to help the NPP to stop the fight against Galamsey, because that's what we are seeing today. That is what we are seeing. That's why I keep saying that Joy News are fake news. Multimedia is one of the worst media houses in Ghana. Very terrible reporters, very terrible news outlet. It is political. What they do is the whole thing it's about money. The highest bidder. If you don't give us money, we will deliberately decide to lie to the Ghanaian people. And the danger is that they are destroying Ghana. Multimedia, Joy News, almost say Ghana. Now, and the reason why I'm saying is that multimedia, Joy News, they say Ghana, the same Miracles Aboakye, or not the same Joy News. Joy News Nombudinechi Echo Central Region. For him to go fool himself there, no, he sat in the same newsroom. This is what he said. Listen to Miracles Aboakye.
It's a small-scale mining firm employing close to about 5,000 young people in the western region. You are saying that we should ban them for what wrong? What crime has he committed? Because there is armed robbery, everybody should be left at home. Everybody should be kept at home. Is that a sensible way to solve a social canker? That there is a lot of armed robbery or there's a lot of phone snatching around circle. So government should ban everybody coming to circle. That is an emotive, an emotional way of trying to solve a problem. And that is why I keep telling you that these people who come on TV and radio and talk about ban, they are it's a small-scale mining firm employing close to about 5,000 young people in the western region. You are saying that we should ban them for what's wrong? What crime has he committed? Because there is armed robbery, everybody should be left at home. Everybody should be kept at home. Is that a sensible way to solve a social canker? That there is a lot of armed robbery or there's a lot of phone snatching around circle. So government should ban everybody coming to circle. That is an emotive, an emotional way of trying to solve a problem. And that is why I keep telling you that these people who come on TV and radio and talk about ban, they are that there is a lot of armed robbery or there's a lot of phone snatching around circle. So government should ban everybody coming to circle. A small-scale mining firm employing close to about 5,000 young people in the western region. You are saying that we should ban them for what's wrong? What crime has he committed? Because there is armed robbery, everybody should be left at home. Everybody should be kept at home. Is that a sensible way to solve a social canker? That there is a lot of armed robbery or there's a lot of phone snatching around circle. So government should ban everybody coming to circle. That is an emotive, an emotional way of trying to solve a problem. And that is why I keep telling you that these people who come on TV and radio and talk about ban.
This is the same idiots. Kwasia we and Wakujina Central Region. Otina join news catch Ghana for say Kwa Western Region kwa obi ya illegal mining. Why employ 5,000 people? Adentina yentum. Adentina yenfa ban into so. That time Ghanaians were calling for a total ban because the government was doing nothing. Remember, so Ghana for that time and calling for a state of emergency. It was because the government was doing nothing. Akroma we the same joy news catch Ghana for say na muma jimi ana ko Western Region ko hwe obi ya gala wafa nipa 5,000 ejuma adentina also ban Ghana gala. This is Miracles Aboakye. This is the same fool who is being enabled, and I say joy news enabling to come fool himself on TV say or no akọ Central Region. This in Kwasiafo when I'm say the fight against Galamsey no a media house Emmanuel Dimpa a multimedia joy news. How can somebody like this sit in your own studio and make such a statement when he was in power? And in less than 8 months, you follow the person to the same distraction that he did and say the person to tell us, say, see what has happened. What kind of stupid Machiavellian tactics is this? Mababe kunipa, mababe sensio, mababe biye forest no, mababe hunu sueni, move power 2 months, masababe kache say, adentina nsole ni ahono. Means that the media house and the party, they are stupid. So whoever is the editor of Joy News is very stupid. Very political, and majority of the people are multimedia. No, Joy News no more Jimmy, omo ekonaya ding because we a media house papa. You tell them say hey, our credibility is important. Time and more power. Now this is what you said in our studio here. We cannot allow this to happen. You cannot drag us to this place and tell us to say NDC are saying so no. Into NDC intin so ni. Obi onimi nyansa. Media house omunya Akroma omunya wifo omo credibility enye sikanti no boy anase cocaine they will tell the person we are not going to follow you because our credibility is important. Anytime ka Ghana for say the fight against Galamsey the media house my power Ghana multimedia Joy News material evidence intermedia matema and my boss Erastus Asarodonko today posted something on social media. Erastus Bibi after Miracles Aboakye Echo Central Region or say let me officially welcome Dennis Miracles Aboakye to the Galamsey fight. Today, I watched him explain the need to fight Galamsey because babies are being born deformed. Hey. But before that, he had already posted something on Facebook about how Miracles Aboakye approached him and told him, say, Ejumana Oyeno, politics the way tree. Besides, get me that. When Erastus was working, besides, get me. The reason why Erastus extra same way is because time and MPP what power no. Miracles Aboakye confronted Erastus catch and say, "Hey, what bottom?" On the so bad day, Galamsey report to Ghana. Satana MPP ne what power. This Miracles Aboakye guy, he insulted Erastus for bringing out the truth. And then the Erastus say, "Ayen wanwa, ni yem ayen wanwa, ni wejiri no. Every time no power ni diye." Say Miracles Aboakye na TV so. Akoye press conference say and enkwara and say tu yende nsua say o se Miracles Aboakye o se oni Erastus ni yema hye no eye ne wanwa o se he's shocked Team, get me Erastus Facebook post. Now me check Ghana for the first one. I say ayan nwanwa. Yes, I've seen it. Thank you very much, team. Erastus said yen. I say ohun Miracle Aboakye gina TV so say ono oka galamsey say and Ghana for pressure go NDC so na galamsey de omo hu bi da no. I say ni yemu hye no. Let me read before tweet be osatro concerning the same Miracle Aboakye. I say today those who ignored us and tagged us doing politics with Galamsey are now ambassadors doing press conference along the same rivers they watched people to pollute. Today, Miracles, who told me I was using Galamsey to serve my own agenda, is now an ambassador. Ghana is a very funny country. Time and Erastus, Juma, the report in the Babon, Miracle Aboakye catch Erastus say, or Juma no yaman or the politics, and the Miracle at the stage. Akogina nsuo hu say oye press conference ebi nsi da Ghana nsuo asay o say eye ne nwanwa so person o kan wo street so a Erastus Asadon ko say Miracle Aboakye ejimifuo onim nyansa oye kwasiaba na mbra na wo tumi na oye se adwuma no adan na ono ka che de se adwuma na oye ma ne ho na enya Ghana na oye ma Ghana eye den na de ono akogina o say asama to Ghana if you say nsuo na say so or can street I say no be can but he's being very diplomatic and respectful but mimi dwuma o say Miracle ya kwasiaba onim nyansa oye jimifuo sebi oye dwedwantwie oye nipa bia oye pesemi nkuminya oye obi a sebio ugini dia na wankasa oye jimifuo te seba omia every say sa nipa wei ena na ye ko the illegal mining Galamsey ena ohwe menim ka say na aban na wo so memfa me kwase anko ene wabesi stage wabesi